What's good, what it do? Welcome back to the Wannabe podcast. I'm Nate Lowe and this is Chris Bazaya. Before we get this video started, please follow us on our Instagrams at NateLowe98 and at crispy__K. We got a special announcement for you guys. We have merchandise. As you guys can see right here, if you go click on the description link down below, it's teespring.com/stores/the-wannabe-merchandise. As you can see right here, we have 3 items right here. We got 2 simple t-shirts, but this one I really like. We got the Wannabe Podcast shirt right here. We also have the Wannabe Podcast member t-shirt right here, and on the back it says unfuckwittable.
He's just like, his avatar state, he's just so much stronger.
Unfuckwittable.
Yeah.
Also, we went on live and a lot of people, you guys said we wanted hoodies and all that. So we added a hoodie, the unfuckwittable hoodie. So if you guys want to support, go ahead and cop it. Let us know what you think. And also, if you guys do buy it, go send us a Snapchat or Instagram of you guys wearing it and we'll shout you out in the next video.
Much love, much love.
Much love. Go support and cop your new Wannabe merchandise. So today we are talking about the Bayfongs, Toph and them. Today we have a special guest, Jordan Haber, at Haber Jordan. At Haber Jordan on TikTok. He has it right here. Go ahead and follow him. He's amassed many followers and all that. And he hit us up asking if he could be on the video. And we said, for sure, again. That's the thing. If any of you guys, if any of you creators want to collab and all that, just hit us up and we'll be more than glad to have you on the show.
Bang the line, bang the line.
Bang the line. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, what's up guys? So we have Jordan here.
Hey guys.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about Toph's family, the Bayfongs, and their importance between both shows. So, Jordan, if you want to start it off, let's give the fans kind of like a background from when the first Bayfongs were introduced in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, just to begin, if you guys probably don't know who I am. I'm Jordan. I make videos on TikTok, I stream on Twitch and all that. Haber Jordan, I think you guys introduced me. But I thought the Bayfongs would be really interesting to talk about because you see Toph in the beginning, and she's probably from the most recognizable family in the Earth Kingdom. That's how we get introduced to her, being like a really recognizable figure, like the Bayfongs steal and all that when they're going to Ba Sing Se. And then you see them as nobles and like really just rich people, and then you see the transition from Toph becoming the first metal bender, basically the strongest earthbender with Bumi in Avatar into Legend of Korra, seeing the Bayfong name completely revamped. You have the metal bending kingdom, and then now you have Lin running the entire police force, which Toph founded. So it's a very different progression than most of us would have thought. So I think that's really interesting.
No, that's actually crazy because I'm just thinking like Toph went from like someone that they thought was completely helpless and an insanely rich family with just like no bending involved at all to like one of the most dynamic and most powerful earth bending families in history. It's like a whole entire metal bending city.
Yeah.
That like that's even wild. The Earth Kingdom recognizes as like top dog.
Yeah,
that's wild.
And it's also that city's also like doing well economically. As well.
No, it's doing crazy. It's like it could be its own nation. Don't need help from no one.
Yeah, for sure. And it's crazy because like Toph and Avatar itself, you look at her and I think when you look at the original cast, you know what Zuko is going to be like going into the future. You know what Aang's going to be. You kind of have an idea of Sokka and Katara, how their lives are going to play out, but Toph is just kind of a wild card. You don't know where she really can go.
Yeah, that's really true actually, because because her parents thought she was just going to be a blind, just like
even in the
amount
comics,
to nothing.
In the comics, when she finds her dad again, her dad just like doesn't even want to recognize her. He just like trying to avoid her and shit. Like he does not mess with it.
I think like she didn't even help the Avatar.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just really wish we got to see like who Suyin and Lin's parents were.
Yeah, for sure. Did they even mention?
No.
I made a video on it. I don't know if you guys saw about it, but I think for Lin, the consensus is just kind of a random person we didn't get to meet within the series and the comic. And then for Sue in the metal bending, first time I watched Korra, you think about it, it's like Sokka. I think that's the very much not to get into shipping territory, but what everybody kind of thinks is Sokka.
Right.
A lot of theories. I don't know if you guys have seen all those.
No, I've seen a few of them, honestly. I'd honestly be dope for the Toph and Sokka, and then Sue is Sokka's dad.
Sokka's dad.
But then like all those theories too involve with like Suki dying early, and I just Oh, I love Suki too.
Yeah.
I should just think that shit.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Basuki dying early, it makes sense because she was a Kyoshi warrior and she defended Zuko.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
But
there's still
within
not that much battling and shit too, you know?
Yeah, but within the time frame, if you think about it, Sue has to be older than Korra.
Right, 100%.
She's obviously older than Korra, and Sokka at the time, if you think about it, people think he died fighting the Red Lotus.
Right,
He fought the Red Lotus.
I saw that theory, yeah.
And then when you look at it, it doesn't add up the time frame because Sokka would have been alive for Sue, and I don't think Sokka would have just abandoned Sue and the family of Toph because they're great friends. So I don't see how that theory realistically could get worked out just from the fact of Sokka's not going to abandon Sue.
That's actually wild.
That's wild.
That's wild. So do you actually think like Sokka and Toph? That's fucking crazy.
That's wild.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
It makes the most sense from a design standpoint of Sue and her family. If you look at like
They really do have like some Sokka like that. I could see that when I was looking at it, like looking at the Beifong twins. I'm like, all right. I really fuck with the Beifong twins heavy out of like all of them.
Yeah.
Opal too. It's really,
yeah.
It's so dope how like Toph had her whole adventure as a kid with technically the last Airbender, and now the Beifong family has an Airbender.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Did you see? There's a post on Instagram going around that says 3 generations of friendship, which I really like this post. It's just an edited, really like just a filter over it, and it has on top Toph and Aang, and then Tenzin and Lin, and then Opal and Jinora. And I think that's super cool.
Oh, that is really cool. 3 generations. That's sick.
That's actually wild.
That's super crazy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how like the last 2 are both Airbenders. That's wild. Like both of them get to be Airbenders. That's dope. I like that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Damn.
What else? What do you think the importance of how important was let's just talk about how important Toph was to Team Avatar.
No, they can't.
Well,
they weren't doing shit without her for sure.
Yeah. Remember they were
It's interesting.
You go ahead.
Oh, you guys can go.
I just really think like without her, they're not. There's so much like Aang learning seismic sense from her.
Yep.
Just like taking like going back against like Bossing Say how like her and Aang like just fought back. It's just like so much importance.
Yeah.
Her creating metal bending, like doing all that shit. Like how she fought the blimps, like stopping the blimps
Stop
up there.
the blimps up there.
When they were like on during the
Oh, yeah.
eclipse, they were all just going to go try to fight Ozai, and they were just going down. Like they weren't going to go down without Toph. Toph broke through the wall. I mean, it was still Azula, but they wouldn't have gone dog shit done.
Yeah, and then remember when Toph and Aang were butting heads because Aang couldn't pick up Earth because it was like opposite from air. Do you remember when they were all talking in like the circle and they were saying like that they thought she was just going to be important because she was going to teach Aang earthbending, but it turns out she did even more. You know, like she while they were fighting and all that, she actually like did a lot of other stuff that they thought.
And I don't even think it's just that. It's just the fact that remember when Aang wanted Bumi to be his teacher, and Bumi told Aang how like what type of teacher to find, and like with his description, I don't think he could have find like any other Earthbender other than Toph to teach him with that type of description. Other
Just
than
fit
Bumi.
it perfectly, right? Yeah.
Exactly. What I find interesting about Toph, not in the sense of Aang's earthbending teacher, but as a character, when you go through season 1, and with season 1, I know it's slept on a lot. Like, a lot of people don't prefer season 1 for obvious reasons. It's an incredible season just within the scope of Avatar. It just gets better as it goes, which shows how good of a show it is. If you look at other shows that introduce a second, third, or fourth, in this case, a fourth main character like Toph, right? A lot of the time they get dragged down, and they drag down the show, and people don't like them just for introducing something new. The moment Toph comes in, everybody loves Toph.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, it's not like, oh, we have a new character, we just have to get used to it. It's like, no, she felt like when you're watching book 1 again, it's like, where's Toph?
Yeah, I feel like she was the missing piece, the puzzle piece.
That's true. Yeah.
She really was.
But also her character doesn't take up the space that the original 3 took up. She feels like her own entity, which I really like.
No, yeah, that's a really good point. She really was a missing piece. Like the hole that she filled wasn't like when Zuko joined. It didn't. it wasn't like how Toph filled it. It was like a whole different way, but not as significant.
Yeah, they introduced her really well into that show.
No, really
well. They explained
really
it
like her. She's just like funny while being like an alpha dog, you know?
Didn't it take like, I think the whole introduction when they went to that to where the Beifongs live, didn't that episode take like 2 episodes? Wasn't it? Because they had her fighting, and then they had her where she had the little disagreement with her father, and then she ran away. How many episodes did that take?
I don't actually remember.
Also the swamp episode too. She's in the swamp episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, I think plant bending is a lot more underrated than people do not be talking about plant bending.
I forgot she was in the episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean plant bending is a form of water bending.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised we haven't seen other water benders try to pick it up because technically, is it considered a form of blood bending?
I guess you could look at it like that because you are controlling the plants like the same way you would control a human being.
Because Katara took the water out of the plants when she was with Hama.
I'm trying to learn blood bending and all that. Dang, Katara's such a prodigy, man.
Yeah.
Aang's group was filled with prodigies. That's so crazy.
Yeah, the whole team Avatar.
Well, I mean, not really, if you think about it.
Prodigies?
Katara, I don't consider them prodigies.
You don't think Toph and Katara are prodigies?
I think Aang was a prodigy, but also he's the Avatar, so he's the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Toph wasn't technically a prodigy because she worked hard. Like, she met the Badger Mold. And she's young and met the Badger Molds, but she didn't get born with the senses. She had to learn it. She picked it up, right? Like, she picked it up, and you don't see it on camera, but she had to work really hard, right?
Yeah.
And then Katara, she, again, worked super hard, and her power crawl was insane, but the thing is, you see her power crawl. And then Sokka is, of course, not a bender. And then Zuko, he just kind of doesn't get more or less powerful throughout the show. He just kind of stays. But when you talk about prodigy, you talk about Azula. Azula, for no good reason, is just insanely powerful because she has that drive.
Yeah. And
she was never like, oh, let me find how lightning bending works. She's just like, let me lightning bend in blue fire.
But I think, hold on, I think, okay, I like the things you said about Zuko. That's true, and then Sokka true because he can't bend. But I think personally, I really think Toph and Katara. I think they're prodigy.
Like my reasons with Katara is like Katara with little training, like barely any training, was able to go and compete against Paku to the point where Paku looked at her and it was in disbelief. And then it took her less time to master waterbending than any of his other students in the North Pole. Yeah. And it wasn't even that like she trained harder, even though she trained incredibly hard. But she had less time than all the other students there and was able to master it so much quicker than everybody else and became a waterbending master in such a short amount of time.
And bloodbending. She learned bloodbending.
And bloodbending like instantly from just like feeling it on her for like a minute. Yeah. And then with Toph is like, there has been 10,000 years of just pure earthbenders to the point where Toph legitimately became the first metal bender just by feeling the like minerals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But it's also like the scenario she was placed in. So like you could say Toph, you could say she worked really hard to be in the position. But like at her age to have like that much, I feel like a lot of people trained hard and they can't reach that potential.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also the fact of like she met the Badger Mold, because when I think about prodigies, right, it's like with Katara experiences that she did and just stayed in South Pole, she would have never reached the height she did. And Toph, if she never met the Badger Mold, she would not be a powerful bender. But if you take Azula, even if she didn't have the royal family, well, she would not. Let me take it back. She has the royal family, but if she has the insane drive she has, she's a prodigy because everything comes so easy, and they even say she's a prodigy. So,
without
I think my definition is a little bit different.
Yeah, just because, like, I just remember, like, the first episode with Katara having no, like, training at all, was able to just crack an entire iceberg from her anger.
From her anger.
It's just, like, the strength they have is just so much stronger.
You can see a lot of similarities between all those little, because they were young kids at the time, and they have their emotions that, their emotions kind of get in the way with their bending, So whenever they get mad, you could see the potential in that they have. All of them, each single one of them. Yeah.
The Toph one, the Badger mold, that makes sense. Like, that's why she became so, like, strong. That's a good point. But then, like, Katara, she just genuinely feels like a prodigy.
Yeah.
Like, she was, like, took, like, 2 years of training with waterbending when Azula's been firebending, like, training her entire life. Has Roku's and Sozin's blood in her. And Katara is able to match her on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
With way less training.
She was able to match her.
Significantly less training.
That's fact.
Yeah, I think for sure Katara. We gotta say Katara is a prodigy for sure.
She has to.
But Toph, I like what you said about Toph.
The Badger molds is a really good point because that's how she learned how to seismic sense.
Yeah,
there is definitely like an inner strength like prodigy but she did train insanely hard, like into points where other people didn't train in.
Yeah,
because I know Boomy didn't train
one
Badger molds.
With seismic sense, a lot of people don't pick up on or like think about is Lynn's seismic sense. I think that's one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I found it very interesting, like in her character design. If you notice, like when they're going to find Amon in the hideout, she has like her boot, and then
she takes it off.
Comes off.
Yeah.
Because she's able to see, but she also doesn't want to have her seismic sense. All the time.
Yeah.
And I find that very interesting.
That's why she covers her foot.
Doesn't get picked up enough.
And it's like it's something else that I find like kind of like you can see the potential difference is like. When Lynn needs the seismic sense, she has to like stomp her foot on the ground and not like the Toph could just stand in seismic sense, and then they can't even tell if someone's lying from their heartbeat from their seismic sense. But Toph was able to.
Yes,
so like Toph still has like that potential prodigy like stuff that's like so different, even compared to her children, who's like the captain of the police force and then like the leader of the
You could definitely tell that. You could definitely tell that those daughters had to learn it a lot.
Yeah,
they didn't just pick it up like Toph did because Toph
trained a lot.
Was through experience. Those two kids, you could tell that they definitely struggled probably.
Yeah,
because they had to pick it up, Yeah.
Also, I think Toph in the police force is something a lot of people have just kind of like they don't understand per se. And to me, what I like to say is Toph would do anything for Aang and the gang, and if she needed to be run the police, she would, and she did. And I think it's more of just doing a favor for Aang, because you tell, like, when she shows up in chorus, she didn't like it, she didn't want to do it, but she did it because it was necessary. Yeah.
I think that's good. Yeah, it's 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah, that's pretty long.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess that's... Alright, you can cut the...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Alright, yeah. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and also, can you shout out your TikTok real quick?
Oh yeah, my TikTok is Haber Jordan, and then my Twitch is also Haber Jordan. And yeah, I post a bunch of videos, Avatar, and just stream games. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And yeah.
Alright, appreciate it, man.
Alright, push this up. Alright, we usually like try to edit the YouTube videos and like we edit YouTube videos and then for the TikToks we take clips out of the YouTube videos, right?
Yeah.
So when we're done editing it or when Nate's done editing it, I'll just send you like your clip, or you can watch the YouTube video if you don't like your clip and just take your own clip out. But we'll edit and send you one.
For sure. I really liked the video you guys did. I forget his name. The guy, he does a bunch of Avatar stuff.
Oh, Alex?
His videos. Yeah, and I keep finding your guys' videos on For You page. So I was like, yo, we should collab.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, but we enjoyed you, man. Yeah.
Thank you for hitting us up.
I hope whatever I said in like the video turns out well. Just let me know if you need anything else.
Yeah, for sure.
Good looks. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
See ya.
All right, wait. Do you want to add something? I want to add something real quick. So look at this, Chris. Did it record?
It fucking showed the red thing and then it went away.
No, wait. Check your thing again. It takes a while,
Well, I never even turned it off.
When did the red thing go away?
It went right when I hung up on him. The red mark just went away.
There.
Oh!
Oh shit!
Yeah! We got
Imagine, bro, that would be crazy. Imagine the recording didn't record.
Bro, you have a fucking terrified ass face on camera.
Bro.
Our hearts dropped.
That scared the fuck out of me. Imagine.
Oh,
Alright, that was scary. Alright, I got one last question. Just the two of us. Alright, so Aang, right, has Tenzin. And we saw Tenzin, and we know because they talked about it, Tenzin had to train and all that. But he really reached a really great potential.
Mm-hmm.
When you compare it to Toph and her daughters,
that's a good one.
Do you think that they amounted to the same potential that Tenzin did to Aang's? Like,
I think so. Honestly, I think so. Cause like Sue is. Remember how she took out like that combustion bender?
Yeah, but it took the whole team.
Yeah, you're right. But then like there's moments. It's just there's moments where they show that like Tenzin struggling against mecha suits, and then they show a kid Milo just fighting against like it's just the show's really inconsistent, you know.
Oh, that's true. That's the answer to
yeah, because like I think Toph's kids are really strong, and Tenzin like they could all swap hands.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tenzin might come out on top against like 1-on-1 with them, but I think they can put up a really good fight.
Yeah, but my opinion with the Beifongs, their daughters and all that, is that when I first met Lin, I got annoyed, bro.
Really?
Because she was really
grumpy.
Just like grumpy and kind of weak, bro.
You think she was weak?
Bro,
yeah,
she was the first one to get when Amon's equalizers came in. She was the first one to get stunned, and then Tenzin was like, "What?" and then got him too. But like, I just didn't like.
It's crazy how like they showed him getting out like that, and then like season 3 they'll show him going up against like a whole squad.
Yeah, a whole squad of red.
It's so inconsistent. They want to try to make one person look really strong, like it's Korra's show. Mako has to look strong too. So then they make Tenzin and Lin go down.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's really that's just poor storytelling in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, I feel that. Alright, that's good. Yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see next. Any creators out there that want to collab and all that, just hit us up and we'll be more than glad. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we're out.
That's a pretty good episode.
That's good.
That was actually way better than I thought it would come out.
A lot of people don't prefer season 1 for obvious reasons.
It's very, very good. Sounds great.
That came out way better than I thought it would, honestly.
Looked at her and was in disbelief. And then it took her
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's really nice.
water bending than any of us.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it was 20
And
minutes.
it wasn't
Holy
even that
shit.
like she trained harder even though she
Bro, it didn't